Now, before you dismiss this as clickbait, hear me out. Dragon Ball was one of my favorite shows growing up, and even with its faults, it still manages to be one of my favorites. I've rewatched Dragon Ball and DragonBallZ a few times over the years, and there was always this one little detail that always stood out to me. I've spent countless hours collecting data and going over my research with a team of professionals, and we were only able to come up with one conclusion. Mr. Popo has killed trillions of people, if not more, and he didn't even realize it. Now you're probably thinking, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I've watched Dragon Ball, and Mr. Popo only ever just smiled and watered flowers and tortured a small child for 3 years straight. But this heinous act was committed right before your very eyes, and you just may not have realized it. Now, I don't plan to go through the whole history of Dragon Ball and Akira Toriyama and all that, so if you haven't seen the show, I suggest giving it a watch. Otherwise, I'd just be regurgitating what countless other creators have already gone through, and it would stretch the runtime out to 30 minutes. Now, this all starts smack dab in the middle of the Frieza saga. Gohan and Krillin locate the Dragon Balls buried just outside Frieza's ship, but have no idea how to summon Porunga. Guru sends Dende so that he can find the others and show them how to make their wishes. Once they all regroup, they sneak off while Vegeta is sleeping, so that they can make their wishes without Vegeta wishing for immortality. Dende summons Porunga, then Gohan and Krillin learn that they get 3 wishes with the Namekian Dragon Balls. After much deliberation, they decide to use 2 of their wishes to wish Piccolo back to life, and then also relocate him to the planet Namek. Wishing Piccolo back to life restored the life of Kami, since both of them are 2 sides of the same person. And in doing so, they also restored the Earth's Dragon Balls. Vegeta catches on to their scheme, and shows up to demand that they grant him his wish of immortality. But before Dende can get the words out, Guru dies, taking Porunga and the Dragon Balls with him. And then Frieza shows up, yada yada yada.
Don't you yada yada over the best part?
Much later in the fight between Goku and Frieza, King Kai gets in contact with Kami so that he can send Mr. Popo to collect the Dragon Balls on Earth. Once all the Dragon Balls are collected, King Kai has Mr. Popo make one simple wish.
Yes, of course. Can you please restore the lives of all those killed by Frieza and his gang?
Bring back the lives of everyone killed by Frieza and his men. This is the moment in which Mr. Popo unknowingly took the lives of countless people. Now you're likely thinking, that makes no sense. If anything, he did the opposite of killing anybody. In order to understand what was so detrimental about this wish, we're going to have to jump to the end of the Frieza saga. Goku defeats Frieza, Namek blows up, and everybody on Earth gets right to work wishing everybody back to life. But before they try and revive Krillin and Goku, King Kai gets in touch with them to reveal why that's a bad idea. When someone is revived with the Dragon Balls, they will be brought back where their remains were following their demise. So if they tried to revive Goku or Krillin, they would materialize where Namek used to be, being brought back to life, only to die in the vacuum of space. They would have to use another wish to bring Krillin's spirit back to Earth before they revived him. If we're going by that logic, that would mean that Mr. Popo's wish brought back every species that lost their planet, only for them to come back in the vacuum of space and suffocate. Outside of Vegeta and Namek, Frieza has probably destroyed countless other planets, wiping out whole civilizations. This is only made worse if you factor in that the wish also restored all those people killed by Frieza's men. Now you could argue that this is just a rule with the Namekian Dragon Balls, but there's multiple examples of Shenron bringing back people right where their corpses were. Keep in mind though, this is just a fan theory based on an oversight in this story. Akira Toriyama is a very talented and creative writer, but he's no stranger to plot holes, inconsistencies, and oversights. After all, he did completely forget Launch was a character for almost all of DBZ. It could just be that I've overanalyzed this whole situation, so don't be afraid to give your opinion or tell me I'm wrong in the comments.